Hello, church. We're starting the book of 2 Kings today for our daily Bible reading. Little background. 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Chronicles were initially one scroll in Hebrew. When the Hebrew was being translated into Greek around 150 BC, the scribes then thought these were very long books, and so it'd be easier to copy them to shorter scrolls. And so they had the division there, and we carry that on into our English Bibles to this day. The events of 2nd King run roughly from the years of 800 to 500 BC, kind of a 250 year span of history. It's describing the two kingdoms of Israel and Judah, the northern and the southern kingdoms that have been divided after the reign of David and Solomon and his sons. So we see that there can be obviously a lot of material if you're covering 250 years for two different kingdoms of the good and the bad. And so more of this information is also paralleled into the book of Chronicles. And so you'll see that as you're reading through the book. Some scholars believe that the actual writer, the one who kind of put together all this history for us, is the prophet Jeremiah himself. Okay. So that's kind of the background as we're looking through 250 years. The first kind of two characters we get into is Elijah, who we saw in 1 Kings as a prophet of God. We see him acting here as well, bringing down some fire on some troops and things. We see once again God working mightily through him. But our word of the day is knighted, because we see this transition of power. Elijah had a ministry of roughly 25 years, and he's going to pass the baton to one of his successors, a prophet in training, as you were, his mentee, Elisha. Elisha will serve for roughly another 50 years of his ministry. And so we see this transition, this knighting, this passing the baton, as you will, of ministry, that God is seeking men and women to serve, to obey, to be his spokespeople for his kingdom causes. And so we're going to see that played out through this book. Once again, the first kind of focuses on these prophets, and the last half of the book is going to be looking at the various kings that have reigned through this 250-year period. All right, church, hope this helps you as you read along through the Bible. Have a great day.